What if I told you WWE just shut down the most emotional Eddie Guerrero rumor in years? And we are coming up on, I think it's the 20th. I can't even believe this. The 20th anniversary of the late, great Eddie Guerrero in his passing when he died in November of, I think, if I remember correctly, 2005. Nikki Bella is reportedly fired up again after feeling that she was humiliated on Raw due to her booking and her creative. And WWE may be hiding AEW crossover teases inside John Cena's final storyline like an Attitude Era Easter egg hunt. Easter egg hunt. Easy for me to say. And yeah, we're going there today. We're going there here on the Brash and the Brazen. Real quick, though, you got to click the bell, subscribe, turn on all notifications, hype up the video. And if you're one of the real ones who watches every day, become a channel member. Big surprises are coming. Let me tell you that right now. So we got 3 stories, 1 company, and you're about to see how this is all going to be connected in the most insane way possible and probable. Believe me, you're going to want to take this video and share it on Facebook, on Twitter, your friends, your boyfriends, your girlfriends, TikTok. This is where it happens. Stick with me because the final twist about John Cena is going to be something else. It is going to be extraordinary. Nobody has said this yet, I can assure you. Fans are freaking out this week about a rumor spread claiming that WWE planned something controversial during the Eddie Guerrero 20th anniversary period. Fans went nuclear. People thought WWE crossed the line, but here is where your first swerve comes. WWE shut it down fast. Internal talk says that they're planning a respectful tribute, not shock value. But why did the rumor exist in the first place? Who planted it? And who benefits from the fan outrage before? WWE's biggest emotional tribute in decades. Now, here's the thing. When Eddie Guerrero died and after he died, the years following, there was a lot of rumors and gossip. There was a lot of talk. There was a lot of hearsay that Eddie Guerrero died and his contributions to him dying was due to those chair shots to the head, to the cranium, to the brain. Remember that one match between Eddie Guerrero and JBL at Judgment Day 2004 when Eddie Guerrero was literally bleeding to death? Remember that? Remember when Eddie Guerrero damn near bled to death? Eddie Guerrero almost died that night. Now, there was a lot of fans and there was a lot of insiders and consumers and insumers and everyone else thinking that one of the reasons that contributed to the death, that Eddie Guerrero died because of a steel chair shot to the head. And not only the one from JBL, but multiple other chair shots that Eddie Guerrero endured during his illustrious career in World Wrestling Entertainment. But that has been shut down. Among other rumors and gossip, what are your greatest memories and moments? What are the greatest matches of the late, great Eddie Guerrero? Because it was in this month, in 2005, that Eddie Guerrero unfortunately passed away. And it was very sad. It was very bad. It was very traumatizing. And we still will not get over that death. There's not a day that goes by that when you watch WWE, you don't think about the late, great Eddie Guerrero because he was that good. And just to think, the real tragedy here was Eddie Guerrero was going to be booked. Eddie Guerrero was planned to win the WWE title before his death. Before he passed away, Eddie Guerrero, the WWE had another planned run for the WWE Championship to go back on Eddie Guerrero on the blue brand of SmackDown. On that time, it was, I think it was on UPN, I think. But, hold the thought because this may tie into John Cena very later, okay? Would you want WWE to do a full Eddie Guerrero tribute show? Drop your comments below, viewers. And just when you thought the Nikki Bella drama era was done, we swerve again. Nikki Bella is reportedly, according to rumors, not confirmed, but according to those that know, Nikki Bella is reportedly frustrated again with her booking and her final run with the WWE. The narrative: she loses constantly, didn't get a legendary farewell, felt used to getting others over, and believes that her mainstream contributions weren't appreciated. And here's the swerve. There's talk that she wants a final proper send-off in this new global era of WWE. Imagine the swerve. WWE, Nikki returns, but this time she gets respect. Suddenly, the booking wasn't burying her. It was planting seeds for the comeback arc. Russo would be proud. Now, again, do you feel that Nikki Bella's booking and her planning and her strategizing has been mediocre? Has it been poor? Could it be better? Have you noticed Nikki Bella losing each and every week on Raw? What are your thoughts about Nikki Bella? Is she better than what you think? Is she deserving? Is she undeserving? Is she overhyped? Or is she where she's supposed to be right now on Raw? We know this isn't 2015, 2019. We know we're not in that period. We're not in that era. the women's division has evolved, it has changed, and it has seen interruptions, it has seen disruptions. But again, Boyle, it boils down to your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on Nikki Bella. Do you think that she should be stellar? Should she be booked better? Should she be booked more dominant? Yes, it is true that over the last several weeks, she has been in a losing predicament, taking finishing maneuvers, getting the pinfall, losing for her team. So obviously there is something up there, something brewing with Nikki Bella and the WWE, and we're going to have to follow the situation very closely. Also, we're not done because the real twist isn't Nikki. It's how this ties to John Cena later on. By the way, members will get early access to my Cena Final Opponent Fantasy Bracket and my Eddie Guerrero Fantasy Booking. If you want to see it first, smash join right now. And remember, if you want me to stay on YouTube, I can't do this by myself. Remember to become a channel member today. It's so crucial to become a channel member today, or donate below with a super thanks donation in the comment section. Now let's finish the storyline with Show and View Entertainment. Here's where we're going to get off the rails a little bit, okay? Cena's last time is now farewell run, and suddenly fans catch AEW-style camera shots. Commentary wording sounds very elite. Talent tweeting, then deleting. Crowd chants WWE didn't mute fast enough. Cena name-dropping past rivals with other company vibes. Coincidence? Or is WWE manufacturing crossover energy to create buzz without ever doing the crossover? Make the fans believe the forbidden door is cracking and it's creeping, even if it never opens. This is classic. But what if it does? There are whispers of one AEW name that the WWE could get clearance for a cinematic cameo. Not a match, not a contract jump, a moment. A moment. Now remember, Edge, Adam Copeland, whatever you want to call him, whatever name you want to go by, we all know he's in AEW. We all know that he is All Elite. We all know Edge is in All Elite Wrestling, and that is crazy to even think about in 2024, 2025. That is a hard thing to grasp going into 2026, but that is exactly what we got going on right before our very eyes, and you got to realize it, and you got to recognize it. But viewers, fans, and subscribers, let me tell you this right now. Somewhat braggadocious, but you know what? If WWE and AEW could agree, because if there's any match you want to see Edge against John Cena. You want to see John Cena and Edge get at it one last time, because this is the only time that we could do it, that we could get it done. But think about this, guys. Bryan Danielson staring down John Cena. Christian appearing in a tribute package. Chris Jericho tribute. Wait a minute. Here we go. We got Jericho video tribute to John Cena. Or Mercedes Moné, the former Sasha Banks, acknowledging the Bellas and Eddie Guerrero. 1 second, one camera shot. Chaos unlocked. And here's the kicker. Cena's career is tied to legends who are now in AEW. This farewell hits every era. And legends crossing over for a goodbye? Not impossible. Not anymore. But we're not done. Wait until you hear this Eddie Guerrero and this Eddie connection twist that we have. Remember how I said Eddie's rumor might connect? Watch this swerve, viewers. Eddie equals one of wrestling's purest emotional icons. Cena equals his spiritual successor in WWE's heart and character era. WWE honoring Eddie while Cena ends his journey and Nikki Bella speaks up about respect and legacy. WWE right now is telling a legacy era story. Legends being respected, final runs being treated like myth, fans being emotionally pulled back in. So here is the theory. The Eddie tribute momentum, Nikki respect arc, Cena farewell emotional peak, and WWE building a wrestling family era storyline, according to rumor and gossip online. And family extends beyond companies. Suddenly, viewers, AEW teases aren't rivalry. They're legacy united moments. This ain't about business. This is about history and emotion. And if you're still here, if you're one of the best fans on YouTube, comment, finish the legacy below. Who should John Cena face in his last ever run? CM Punk, Gunther, Bryan Danielson, someone else shocking. Who should face John Cena in his retirement match, his final ever match in the WWE, ladies and gentlemen? It's got to flow like a fine wine. The competitive spirit. I want you to drop your comments below, and I will respond for the next hour. I will heart it. I will like it. Remember to subscribe, turn on all notifications, and become a member if you want the next big swerve early. This story, viewers, but here's the thing. This story, it isn't over. It isn't over. Not even close. Because, ladies and gentlemen, what I have for you here is I'm going to finish this one for you. I'm going to give it to you as I see it and as I know it. According to those in the know, Rusev is now revealing if he slept with anyone after breaking up with Lana. Yes, you heard that right. Breaking up with Lana. Obviously, there was a lot of drama. There was a lot of damning things said. There was a lot that went down. But at the end of the day, who looks like the real clown, right? And I don't think Rusev is going to be none too happy, especially with him coming back to WWE again only to lose. You know, it seems like a lot of the stars from 2015 to around 2019 that went to AEW only to come back to the WWE to lose, to make it look like an afterthought, to make it look like a joke. And it's a very sad state of affairs that has come to that. It is sad that it has escalated. It has come to this point where stars are coming back to the WWE like Aleister Black. Oh, let me come back to World Wrestling Entertainment. Let me come back to the WWE. The grass is going to be a hell of a lot greener over there, only to lose over and over again. It is a very sad state of affairs if you ask the Brash and the Raisin. But that is not all, because in a couple of other updates we have, apparently, as a concern, again, going back to JBL and Eddie Guerrero, apparently his heart just stopped. You know, I talked to, Chavos told a story about finding him in the bathroom. Eddie Guerrero got up in November of 2005. He got up in the morning, brushed his teeth, and just died. His heart just quit. His life was over. There wasn't anything in the ring, It's just something that, it wasn't like a deteriorating condition. Unfortunately, his heart was just given out on him, and he didn't know it. And all of a sudden, it just stopped one morning. The official autopsy later confirmed that Eddie died of acute heart failure caused by cardiovascular disease, a condition that had gone unnoticed. So if that had been picked up, Eddie Guerrero may very well still be living and be with us right now. He was in the prime of his career. And again, Eddie Guerrero was going to go for another massive run in the company, and it would have been special. It would have been exclusive. It would have been the passion and the heart, the devotion of Eddie Guerrero. And we all know that Eddie Guerrero's final ever match in WWE was a victory over Mr. Kennedy. And if we have heard the stories over the years on that. Make no mistake about it. But viewers, here on Show and View, we clue you in. We said about it. We talked about it a little bit earlier about the moments, the memories, the matches. Your favorite Eddie Guerrero moment in memory. You got to understand, Eddie Guerrero, at that point, even when he died, even though he died so early and so soon, and it was horrible, Eddie Guerrero, by that point, had already traveled and been to ECW, WCW, and then he made it to the Attitude Era in WWE in the year 2000. So Eddie Guerrero, sadly, even though he died, at least he had a great career that everybody could look upon and be satisfied. Although, when it came to Eddie Guerrero, lie, cheat, and steal, he definitely stole our hearts. And I wish that would have been a lie. I wish it would have been a death angle, but sadly, unfortunately, it wasn't, and it was as real can get. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell. If you've been with me this long, thank you very much. But we got more on the plate here, a little bonus. Major timing issues on last night's Monday Night Raw. According to Brian Alvarez of the Wrestling Observer, the segment actually on Raw last night went around 10 minutes longer than planned, forcing WWE to adjust the rest of the show's timing to make up for the overrun. Again, this is one of those things, your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions, your emotions on all of that, because this is where we detail it. We don't derail it. We bring it up. We address it, whether it's real, whether it's fact, whether it's fiction. Showing it keeps you glued to the screen, because I believe in each and every one of you, because you are the foundation. You are why I do this day in and day out, because you are the viewers, the fans, the subscribers, and most importantly, the channel members that make this very much possible. Also, viewers, in another bonus content, again, we're going a little bit further tonight, and a new update to keep you grounded. WWE confirms new ring name ahead of NXT debut on the CW network tonight. WWE Raw ranks number 8, shockingly, globally on Netflix for October the 27th, 2025. Now, I know you may be saying, Sean, that news is a week old because the ratings for Netflix are always a week behind. So when I bring you the ratings report, when I bring you the global ranking for Raw, remember it's always going to be a week behind. But that's okay because we bring up the new news, we bring up the old news, we bring up all the issues, we bring it now, we bring it fresh, and we bring it upgraded and updated. So let's bring you into the know. Let's spring you in. Tony Khan drops a major a major match announcement for AEW Blood and Guts Advantage battles, and Rich Holland says he can't pay his mortgage after WWE cut him off during his injury. Do you feel that was horrible and bad taste in the WWE? Subscribe with plenty more to come and become a channel member if you want more videos like this.